Well, what's going on, fellow zombie? It's about 10 o'clock at night. It's still Friday, the 16th of May, 2025. The zombie out here, we were John C. Roseman, California, dealing with she who must be obeyed on four wheels, actually on four paws, and stressing me out about normal during this time of night. Either she's trying to sleep or she's up and want to be up all night, stressing because she don't know why she's stressing. Meanwhile, since I already had about an hour, nearly an hour and a half sleep, machine came, I actually slept, and then vapor lock. So I'm grateful for that one. Turn on YouTube just to see what kind of political havoc's going on, and I come across ferry videos, and it's like, oh, cool. Transportation from one area to another. I haven't been on ferries, at least not that I recall. I can recall about dealing with a dog all the time, and she desires attention on a constant basis. That's my dog for you. She wants attention on a constant basis. If she don't get attention, well, she'll whine. And if she gets attention, she'll still whine. Push her out into the living room, through the hallway here, and she'll still whine. She don't know what she don't want to do. I mean, she's thoroughly complaining. This is my lot in life. As I said before, I was going through some of the videos, and I came across one that once in a great while would pop up there. But it's almost starting to do frequency on this one. And it's getting my attention besides her again. Time to be embarrassed, dog. She don't like it. She don't have to like it. She's asking for it. Okay, artificial intelligence. Can somebody tell me out there in the social media world, the zeros and ones, wherever you exist in whatever kind of format you are you corporeal or are you digital? So are you going to tell me what artificial intelligence is? What it is, what it was, what it shall be? Anything about it? And did you have to research it online? Serious question, guys. Serious question. Put a like, put a subscribe, put a comment, put something on there. Tell me something that you're not just there. Do I have anybody who's not artificial intelligence monitoring me? Is there any live beings such as humans? Or are you just zeros and ones? Of course, if you're going to be spouting up your Trump shit, then I know you're zeros and ones, you're a troglodyte. So, teachers don't like artificial intelligence. I wonder why. Is artificial intelligence the main thing to teach kids, or is it something else? Are we supposed to be teaching kids how to read, write, and do mathematical formulas, even on paper, but mostly in their heads? But if they had calculators, they can still do a calculator. I mean, this world that we have, that we're still trying to create, is it done by zeros and ones, or are we going to be being led to the world of zeros and ones? We had science fiction books and magazines and plays, television shows, movies, all trying to tell us about the warnings of artificial intelligence, where the computer is generated by circuits, by metal, by filaments, by maybe even energetic light tubes, by physicality. But in that physicality, there is programming, either by human intelligence or the intelligence of computers have gotten past the zeros and ones that we've already set up to where they're actually generating thought patterns. We've had our chaos and confusion. We've had our worlds that we've created that would tell us that they're terrifying and they must be destroyed. Or they're so welcomed that we're going to be welcoming into our own home. or else we're just not quite so sure what we're doing with them, except getting dumber and dumber. Losing our intelligence, losing our critical skill thinking. We are losing our thinking. We are not able to combobulate, comply. We are not able to do a sentence right. What are we doing? Are we not speaking? We're just staring at a screen? And why are we staring at a screen? It's just black. It's just dark. It's unpowered. We are so cut off from them, from it. My phone is black. My laptop is black. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I am so, I am so, and I don't know what that weird noise was in the background. Here it comes on four paws. Looking, seeking. What's it looking for? I stick out a hand and it wants nothing to do with me. It cannot see me. It cannot speak. It cannot do anything but whine at me. What is this foul creature? I don't know what's going on anymore. Overly dramatic. But was it necessary? Well, when you're dealing with the human psyche actually drawn to the zeros and ones on screens that we've created, or maybe our previous generations have created, that we are drawn to a mental state that we cannot understand. I don't get it with the youth, and I don't get it with the adults who think and swear that AI is the most wonderful thing. If we only knew what the cost of the damn thing was, and not just under human intelligence or lack of it, we're also talking about physical attributes that tell me that it's not worth an investment of any nickel or dime. And she will stand there and whine because she needs to get attention. Much like our zeros and ones to this world. Walk into a classroom and you got these students with the notebooks. Okay, fine, we need notebooks to write on. I'm not just talking about paper and pen, no. Computer notebooks so they can type in their notes. Alright, fine. Put out the cell phones, record things if they could. Wear electronics on them so they can record visually and audio about what's the professor saying these days. When it comes down for the syllabus being handed down to college students, do they have the capability and the capacity of understanding, comprehending, and actually reading what's in front of them and what the professor actually wants from them? Yeah, it pisses me off that in the last decade or more, we've got these sites out there on social media, on the internet, even invading into the college courses where electronic spell checking is there. Okay, fine. But we have to check Grammarly. We have to check grammar. There are websites out there to check your grammar. It's one thing getting the updated softwares from the highfalutin word processing that we have. But the thing with the highfalutin is when it's zeros and ones guided and not by a piece of paper with some lettering on it. A dictionary and a thesaurus. Is that possible to use? Is that possible to obtain hard copy, which means paper with ink on it, bounded by more paper with glue or maybe hardcover? Is it possible to look at a word or two on it, understand its meaning, understand its pronunciation? Or are you that linguistically challenged that you cannot even pass K through 12 grammar? Any reading or writing comprehension skills? So when these kids come in, they think they're sophisticated with the electronics that we have. That this is going to be the only way they're going to be able to get through life is through the electronics. I am seeing videos about instructors, K through 12, and then instructors from colleges who are looking at the crops of students that are coming out each year. And they're saying they're getting dumber and dumber. Why? Because they have allowed artificial intelligence to take over what should have been a human experience to increase their knowledge base, their skills to talk, to write, to comprehend. No, because now we've got artificial intelligence to do that for us. We call it by one name, we call it by another name, and they're voice controlled, voice animated. They say, hey, phone, can you find a number and dial a number for me?
Sure, what number would you want?
Oh, I don't know, just dial a number randomly.
What number in the book?
I don't know these names.
Well, I don't know who to call you.
No, I want you to call one of them.
Who would you want me to call?
One of these names on here.
You want me to do it random?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what you want? I don't know why I was calling. Then why'd you call? My phone called. What kind of a sick joke is this, pal? I don't know. My phone, I asked to dial a number randomly, and I got you. Well, what did you want me for? I said dial a number randomly. Well, now you got me. What do you want? I don't know. You're an idiot. Click. Hey, computer, that was fun. Can we do that again? Computer. Computer. What was that name again? I don't know. Do you have a name? Hello. Do you have a name? Come on. You were in there last time. You dialed a number for me. Now I want to do it again. Come on, damn it! Ah, crap! I just busted a phone. I'm on a payment plan too. It's going to cost me about $500 just to replace this thing. And I'm paying $30 a month for insurance. By the way, how much is $30 anyway? Hey, can you help me with that one? I'm staring into a camera. What do you want? Imagine my surprise that I'm having teachers walking off the job because artificial intelligence is teaching the kids. This was supposed to be the teacher's domain. This is supposed to be the human domain. But now we got artificial intelligence linked in with the World Wide Web and whatever kind of data sources we have over there. It's supposed to be better. So now we got the kids staring at plastic or glass or whatever they're made out of these days, with information displayed on it. But is it comprehensible? No, because we have a friendly face on there with a friendly voice saying, I am waiting to help you. My name is this. Your name is what? No, my name is this. This? What kind of a name is this? No, my name is that. What the hell are you saying? Are you either this or that? Human, are you not able to comprehend? I guess I'm not able to comprehend. Are you coming from a book? Surely you jest. I come from electronics. I come from a vast store of knowledge, of human knowledge. I come from Click. I thought there was a power button around here somewhere. I can turn it off. So I'm going to have to ask when I start sending this video out to different parties or just in general, or maybe both, can anybody explain to me how necessary, needed, and wanted the artificial intelligence is? You have big buildings sucking up water for coolage, for uh, as cooling mechanisms, sucking up a lot of energy. Maybe if they had solar batteries, maybe they could suck up some stuff or wind power, but no, we have to go off of someone's grid and suck up too much power to keep the artificial intelligence running. Because it needs natural resources to generate an artificial resource that people are becoming brain dead to. In order to operate a phone, you would need to have simple instructions, maybe somebody teaching you. Or maybe there's a help button on there that navigates your way through this thing. But it's usually trial and error, isn't it? But if you have it hooked to an AI, it's supposed to navigate your way through this thing. So you don't have to. The AI thinks for you. But now we have more computers, more sophisticated, more programming, more sophisticated, getting upgraded every single day. Makes our old computer systems look like it's obsolete, and they are. And these obsolete systems are the ones some of us old farts use because we know these things. And now we can't relate to anybody else because of the new computer systems. What's worse is when I look at the kids and they don't even understand what reading and writing is, but they can speak. However, I'm not quite sure what the language they're using these days. It's not about zeros and ones algorithms. It's trying to understand what colloquialism is, what language is, and how to spell their name. I mean, can they honestly read something typefaced on an envelope, on a label, of something sent and addressed to them? Can they understand that there's a form out there that they would need to fill out to get things, or to be employed by things, or to acknowledge legal things that will affect their future that instantly? Yet we're supposed to be sending these kids to K through 12 with teachers disappearing, uh, public schools bulking up, private schools sucking up a lot of money from the public schools, and thinking this is going to be creating fun. But what happens in those charter schools if we have artificial intelligence and they're knocking off human intelligence left and right? So who's going to be suffering more? The ones who are barely surviving uh, public public education, or the ones who get the private education and are getting it from artificial intelligence? And yet I'm supposed to be impressed with mankind's 21st century technology when we can't even fix burgers. We have to have computer generated. We have to have mechanically assisted. We have to have one person handling something. Maybe the supply run. Burgers put on the conveyor belts or machines to formulate, put onto a burner plate. But who's going to be buying the burgers? Do they have money for it? I mean, it's only $25 for a single patty of hamburger being put onto a grill. It'll cost about another $10 for an extra pair of cheese. $50 for lettuce. I'm not quite sure about the goops, how much they're going to be costing. Basically, we're talking about a $50 cheeseburger. Don't get me started on the fries. Artificially created, formulated, spat out of a tube, boiled up in used oil, Maybe it hasn't been changed yet. In over how many decades? You're supposed to be getting a wonderful fast food that may happen within a minute or two if it's going to be cooking that badly. $50 are being shortchanged. Oh, by the way, is this under credit, zeros and ones, or will this be with paper money and metallic objects? What of value is it to the computer who is trying to service a human? Of course, a human will be shelling out money, whatever it calls money in credit, to the computer to get food that the human needs. But the computers don't need it. They need energy. So why are they here? It's because the human's here to generate the energy in the first place. By the way, if the human can't pay, there's a human alcove outside that needs another live human battery. Of course, the hamburgers hold imagery in the head. But then the experience at the drive-thru is also imagery in the head. Everything's imagery in the head. Did you understand about the artificial intelligence? So if I'm going to have a teacher keep walking out every single time that students want to use electronics, do I blame the teachers or do I blame... Who do I force to blame to? Do I blame somebody or something? Do I blame us for creating this robotic monstrosity? Or a computer monstrosity? Or a zeros and ones monstrosity? How would you classify it? How would you categorize it? I'm sorry, you actually have human intelligence? Can you actually demonstrate that for me? There's something called electronic commenting. There are comment lines. There are things saying about up or down. And when you hit the down, you're telling the computer system this channel and this human operator is not worthy of anything and therefore must be ignored. But in order for this channel to survive, it must have likes and it must have subscriptions because it tells the computers and the zeros and ones in the background there that this is a worthy enough channel to have operate. I'm sorry, is there too much language in there that people can understand or not understand, or do they need a translation for this? Maybe they need to go back to kindergarten back again. Maybe to relearn grammatics all over again, because I don't think anybody's got a wind of it or a whiff of it. Do they have a scent of it? Is there something smelling that the computers cannot determine or go for? And speaking of which, there's a dog whining at me. Not an automatic, not a computer-generated piece of crap that people put together. No, this is a senior citizen lady losing her frickin' mind for a dog.